Before the video start, please drop a like and subscribe to help the channel grow and to reach our 1,000 subscriber goal.
Now let's play hot seat.
What's hot seat?
Yeah, let's play hot seat.
Hot seat is when you put someone in the hot seat, you can ask them anything, like crazy questions that
Yeah,
they have
let's
to
do
answer
that.
honestly.
Really?
David, I'm an open book, dog.
David, how long have you been in love with Madison?
5 months.
Oh, Jesus.
5 years would have been more accurate
Oh,
when you first saw me on the gram.
What the
fell
fuck does
hard.
that mean? Yeah, whatever. It fell hard.
Well, don't you love Jesse Eisenberg?
I do. I
Yeah,
love
he's
Jesse
like the
Eisenberg.
best, the coolest nerd in the world.
Sure.
Yeah, he's just cool. I think it's everything for characters. Like Matthew Gray Gubler is dope, but like his character in Criminal Minds is who I fall for.
Madison
Wow.
loves Rick and Morty. She loves
Jason has a
Nathan
character
I
called
do.
Carmelita. It's like a
Prostitute.
it's a prostitute basically.
Interesting.
Does
So
that-
other side of the spectrum.
Is that something that makes you?
If it's an intellectual
Thrilled.
Are you into
prostitute,
guys that
then
do
you never
prostitute
know.
characters?
Jeez.
Could be my
Carmelita's
thing.
not the most intellectual, but it is a really good character that he does.
Thank you so much,
I'd
David. It's
be-
good to be here.
What is your biggest turn off?
Like
What's a deal breaker? I should
people
say.
who are really arrogant and people who lie. I hate liars.
You
Yeah.
think David's arrogant?
I think he can be, but I don't think he's an arrogant person. No, I think he can definitely like show some arrogant qualities that you're not. Like I said earlier that David has like 6 moods, and I could come in and I could be like, okay, he's in mood 2, he's in mood 5.
Oh,
That's
break
my
down
thing
the
with
6
David.
moods. I'd love to
That
help
is-
with this.
There are so many.
That is really interesting that you.
there are
picked up on
there
that.
are definitely multiple like
tell
David.
me some of the moods.
Okay, so like mood 3 is what I said he was in before, is when he's like super energetic and he's in his like quirky kind of like I'm gonna make a bunch of jokes and be goofy and silly mood, which is
Yep.
my favorite David.
Yeah.
And then there's like mood 1 where he's really introverted and he's on his phone and he's not talking to anybody and he'll probably go to his room before midnight and like just not want to speak to anyone. He's not so fun. And then there's mood
She's
like
describing a crazy person, by
there's
the way.
mood 2. Yeah, basically
Mood
you're
2
a
where he
psycho.
only speaks in Spanish.
No, but you have a lot of different moods, and I was basically saying that he has multiple moods and
Right.
Multiple personalities.
Yeah.
It also
pretty
depends,
much.
like how I wake up, when I wake up, like what I'm feeling. Like
If
sometimes
you had just napped, see, he had just taken a nap,
yeah, I
so
just
now
took a
he's
nap,
super
so
hype.
I'm a little bit energetic now. Like I'm ready to go. And Madison walked in, and Madison always wears like the nicest sweatsuits. Like they always look like she's like going to the most fancy like sleepover
Sweatsuit
ever.
convention.
Yeah, I don't know, and it just puts me in a good mood.
And what does that do to you?
Well, she looks so comfy, and I go, "We're having a sleepover," and I start bouncing up and down on the back.
Yeah,
'cause
that's genuinely what happens.
I just get so
He starts
excited.
throwing pillows at me and
I
shit.
start throwing pillows.
What's your biggest turn off?
My biggest turn off.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification to get notified about new posts and to help the channel grow.
I think
David are just on our first date right now on the podcast. That's really what's happening.
biggest turn off. I don't like when people aren't good at like reading the room. Like I
Like, don't pick up on social cues.
yeah.
Oh, that's very annoying.
that-
That's a very annoying trait.
That like one of the scariest things I can imagine, like bringing a girl to your friends and then the girl saying something that's like super uncomfortable and
Or,
like
like,
double
private or, like-
and like doubling down on it where your friends are looking at you and giving you weird looks.
Right.
Like that's how you know it's like when when the girl you're with
Sure.
is making your friends uncomfortable.
Oof.
That's like a big turn off.
I feel you.
Or I mean, this is like a more general turn off, but like washing your hands. I think it's so important to wash your hands. I'm not just saying this in
I
the midst of
literally
coronavirus.
texted my friends today. I was like, we should all take a bath in hand sanitizer. Like,
Whoa,
literally.
okay.
That's so true.
Texted your friends. Let's all take a bath.
Yeah, it's all
right
take a
on.
bath in hand sanitizer.
Okay. Can't breathe anymore.
Shut up, David.
Do you think size matters?
This is crazy.
Well,
No,
you
I honestly
literally told me
don't.
to ask
no,
you
I
whatever.
honestly don't.
You don't.
No, I think that what matters is chemistry and passion and how you feel about a person. I'm being so genuinely serious.
Do you think that there's only one person out there for you, or you think you could fall in love with multiple people?
I think you could fall in love with multiple people. I think that there's probably like one person you could have like I don't know. I think your first love will always kind of like hit different.
Right.
At the same time, I don't really know.
What's your relationship like with your parents?
My relationship with my parents.
You ever tried
is-
anal? I'm just kidding.
Shut up. My relationship with my parents is good. It's gotten weird over the past few years, I think, because as you get older, you start to realize that they're just people who like have their own shit
Right.
and their own issues,
100%,
and that's a little scary. 'Cause
That is
growing
so
up,
scary. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I'm realizing now.
for real, because growing up, you're like, these are just like, this is my mom and my dad, and like they don't have problems and they know everything, and like if I come to my mom with an issue, she'll be able to solve it. Whereas now, like my mom comes to me with issues, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah.
That's
it's like
such.
weird. And I'm just
that's
like,
such a weird
"Ugh,
realization.
it's
You're
such
so
a-
right.
It's so weird. I hate it. Me and my dad have always kind of had a weird relationship. We like didn't speak for a while. We kind of always have been like weird with each other. But it's just because we have like a lot of differences. But again, as I've gotten older, I've just learned that like he's a 50-something-year-old man. I'm not going to change him now. I'd rather like have our life.
You know what that
together
feels
and
like?
Be fine.
You know what that feels like? It feels like watching Disney movies and you're in love with them, and then you go see how a Disney movie is shot.
Right.
And then it's just like all the magic is gone.
The
and you're just
fucking
like,
smoke
and
and
you're
mirrors is gone. The curtain's
yeah.
been lifted, and you're like, what is this?
Like-
I don't leave any of that magic to my kids. I tell them all my problems.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I kind of
You're
respect
a
that.
special case that has. No, but I totally
It's
agree.
so
Like,
weird.
I just recently I found out that like, oh wow, my parents have like regular problems that I have, and like it totally breaks like a wall where like you thought your parents were
Because you
these
feel
like
so
magical,
safe when you're like in the
untouchable
house with your parents growing up. You're just like, oh, my mom and dad are down the hall. If someone were to come and try to kill us, they'd save me, and it's all good. Whereas like now,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if my parents would be able
Exactly.
to save me.
Like I'm gonna be a dad at one point.
Yeah,
and I
that's
hope my kid
terrifying.
doesn't trust me in
No,
fucking
I
protecting
wouldn't.
him when someone breaks in the house.
No.
I know he's gonna think that he's in good hands, but fuck no.
No, but when you're a parent, you can protect your kids because something kicks in.
You think?
where
Yeah,
you-
there's like definitely an instinct. especially
Someone
with,
told
like-
me once, it was before I had kids, and I was like, oh, what's it like having kids? And he goes, well, you see that swimming pool? Because we were by a swimming pool. And I go, yeah. He goes, now imagine there's a bunch of sharks in there, and your baby fell in. Like, you'd go in to the sharks. And he's absolutely right, 100% you would.
Right. That does sound like it'd be like.
But like,
accurate.
whereas if David fell in to the sharks, I wouldn't necessarily jump into the pool to save you.
Okay. You don't need such real life examples. But are you telling me the second your baby comes out, like something clicks
Something
in
clicks in, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would definitely kill or be killed for your child, I think.
Yeah, you would.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
My skin.
You want it to be worse?
No, I like struggle with acne all the time, and it just really annoys me.
When?
Are you saying like
Where?
appearance wise? Right now it's fine. But it like spikes up out of nowhere before I get my period, and it just makes me like feel really insecure, and it's like a really.
What's your favorite part of your period?
Come again?
What's your favorite part of yours, David?
Eating a bunch of
Just
chocolate.
eating a bunch of chocolates. Oh my god.
Wait, are we just becoming best
We have
friends?
so much in common.
Do you mean externally? What would I change about myself, or internally, like as a person? or
Both,
as-
either. But I mean,
yeah, I mean, I think literally like acne is just very annoying. But I think internally, I wish I didn't have to feel like I had to constantly prove myself to people. I feel like people always assume that I'm not smart and that I am very shallow and not
yeah,
kind.
that sucks. That's
It's exhausting.
It's a downside of being super sexy.
It is honestly it is. It sounds
Yeah.
conceited, but it genuinely is, and it's
It's
really
like-
and it's unfortunate. And I've watched like a lot of Megan Fox interviews, and she's talked about this for years. And she's like, it's really great. People think I'm super hot, dope, but like
That is such a
that's not-
stereotype.
it's just not a choice. Like I didn't choose to look the way I do. I don't like my parents made me, and this is how I look. But like the surface only goes so deep, and I just think that like I know that I'm genuinely such a good person with a big heart, and like I think that I'm smart, and I think that I like
Yeah,
care
right.
about people, and I just think I have much bigger and better morals and values than just my looks. So it upsets me that I think the emphasis is more put on my
I
face
try.
than my heart.
That's the toughest part about like.
It's just annoying. It just gets really tiring
Like
being
me,
like
me being one of the best looking YouTubers, it's like tough for people to understand that there's more to me than just my looks, and
Yeah.
the videos actually have substance. No, but genuinely, I used to have like really good looking guy friends in school too, and every time everybody thought they were complete fucking idiots.
yeah, they're
But
like, oh,
then-
that guy's a douchebag. He's not smart. But like then you get to know them,
Yeah.
and you're like, actually,
That's
pretty
crazy. It's like
intelligent.
hey, I'm just trying to come up with questions.
Have you
that-
thought about getting a haircut?
I was actually thinking his hair looks like better than usual.